Welcome to M&S, everybody. I'm Will,
Are you? I'm Matt.
and this is the Shifter.
I don't have a shifter. We gotta fix that.
Welcome to the show, everybody. We just left Las Vegas, and let me tell you, we got a little crazy in Las Vegas.
I guess you did. What? You got a new style this week?
Well, you know,
You getting in a bar fight or something?
so the race this past weekend,
He has
all
a
of
crippling
yours-
gambling addiction.
That is not true. I don't anymore.
He's a deeply closeted gambler.
Yeah, there's no reason to bring up Golden McDonald on the program.
There's always a reason.
There is always a reason. But that being said, this past race weekend we were at Las Vegas. We weren't actually there. This is actually just a bit. I'm just wearing glasses to be silly. But we finally had a normal race. That doesn't mean a bad race, but you know, obviously we didn't get an insane 3-wide finish or even just an insane race like we did at Atlanta or Daytona. But pretty solid race, and Kyle Larson came out on the victorious side. Biggest story, honestly, talking about the winners, we got to talk about Roger Ruth.
Yeah, that was really cool. I think the most surprising part about all of that wasn't the fact that he won, because me and you have both been very high on that. It was Destiny's Child singer Kelly Rowland shouting him out. That was kind of surprising. But no, the truck race was very good. If you didn't watch it, honestly, it's one of those worth going back and watching.
Seeing, yeah.
But lots of comers and goers in that thing, and cool to see Raja come out on top over Tyler Ankrum, another guy that you're really high on. And then
Very high on Tyler Ankrum. And also, it was a stacked field. We had Kyle Busch and Christopher Bell in the field for this thing. Kyle Busch, of course,
forgot
had
about
his
Zane
issues.
Smith.
Yeah, my bad. We talked about the headliners. Screw Kyle Busch and Christopher Bell. Zane Smith was in the field.
Exactly.
That's not to be disrespectful towards Zane Smith. We both, I think, believe Zane Smith has a bright future in the sport.
Yeah, it just sucks that Mason Maggio is not in the field this week.
And then, of course, John Hunter Nemechek returned to the series and the Xfinity series, and did some things, from what I understand, in the Xfinity race.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't think he did either. But
No, I saw the truck race. That's about it.
yeah, I watched the truck race and cup race. But he did some things, guys. But the Xfinity race, I think there's not much there. But with the cup race, it was a good race. There was lots of comers and goers throughout the field. We saw Tyler Reddick just come up a few laps short in every single stage.
Yeah, of course, we talked about the big headlines coming out of the week. Obviously, Tyler Reddick with the sort of inflammatory remarks after he got out of the car, the same shit, different year regarding his pit crew. And yeah, I mean, pit crew mistakes definitely cost him. That's not to say that, Denny brought up a good point on Action Session Metal, where he was asked, like, if you had Kyle Larson's pit crew, do you think Tyler Reddick wins that race? And he basically just says the race would be a lot more interesting. And I do think that's true. So, this is what I really want to talk about in regards to 2311. Because we compare 2311 to Trackhouse a lot. In all actuality, really should not compare the two, because Trackhouse was far less of an upstart project than 2311 was. 2311 had 1 year of JGR pit crews, and that was obviously their backups, essentially. And then they had to go find their own, whereas obviously Trackhouse just bought Chip Ganassi, essentially. So people forget, we talk about the structure of these two teams, that yeah, they are two new teams with famous figures involved in owning them, but 2311 is definitely on a different tier, and they're facing different struggles. Obviously, Bubba Wallace ran into issues, couldn't get the lug nut off the car.
Yeah, he went 13 laps on. But he did. There was a cool part where he was pushing Reddick to Larson. So.
Yeah. So Freddie Kraft said that was the one bit of fun that he had all day. I don't know. Really frustrating me as a fan, a 2311 fan, but I will say I feel really, really, really good about Tyler Reddick, just the performance at least, because, and we joke about, Jeff Gordon Raceway at Phoenix, but I mean, the truth is, like, when I talk...
Who's the only winner of Jeff Gordon Raceway?
Rain is fun. Sorry. Anyway, so Kyle Larson definitely dominates there at Las Vegas. He's still staring at me, but I'm just going to keep talking. So, also, speaking of Trackhouse, we brought up how Arrow was a big issue. this particular go around in Vegas, and it has been the last few times. It has
It's
been
been every year
a long
since, like,
time.
2018.
Yeah, so, a lot of people talk about, Larson aero blocking and driving out of the rear to keep Reddick from going by him at the end, but also that's how guys like Chastain were able to take 2 tires and stay up at the front. So,
So much fun. I love air racing.
that's not. Aero strategy has its place in the sport, but we need to speed the cars up. It's that simple. The race was good, and I don't want to take away from that, but we need to put some horses back in these things. And I think at this point, most parties agree with you. I think I don't even know that the OEMs are all that against horsepower at the current moment.
No, and just a couple other things from the race, because there's not much more to talk about. It was a pretty cut and dry NASCAR race, but Legacy Motor Club, maybe they'll have some speed at tracks like Bristol and Darlington with Eric Jones. Maybe John Hunter. John Hunter did look to have a little bit more life than Eric Jones throughout the race, which is weird because normally that 42 car has no speed. No, the 43 doesn't. Brad did come back for a top 15, but he ran it in the mid-20s most of the day. Hopefully we're not seeing RFK regression. We didn't get to really see much out of Chris Buescher. He was in the top 10 when he crashed, but he crashed on lap 26. So.
Fast and all. More like not fastened at all.
Those sunglasses are not helping your jokes, but all right. So
I'll find the tweet. I'm pretty sure NASCAR Chasm said that.
Oh, so was it you stole the joke?
Yeah, no, I stole it from NASCAR Chasm. So it actually wasn't my fault.
Okay.
But talking about the OEMs, and we were talking about power a second ago. The truth is, the biggest stories this week are all off the track, I'd say. Biggest being Honda's probably coming to NASCAR. It seems like. I'm assuming by 2026 we will have another OEM in the field. Unfortunately, this is probably going to come at the expense of IndyCar. I don't see a world where Honda sticks around there and comes to NASCAR. The truth is, I actually don't even see a world where Honda sticks around there, period. But we were talking earlier, so it seems like with Honda coming to NASCAR, probably, obviously nothing is confirmed, but it seems fairly likely. What would you say, like 80% chance at this point?
Yeah, probably.
So we were talking about potential Honda teams. First off, Andretti is the first one I just want you to get to highlight for a second.
So yeah, I think Andretti will come. They sponsor Spire with Cambridge, and they fully sponsor with Rev Racing and the Exchange says now. Marco Andretti's doing a few ARCA races that he's done Xfinity and Truck in the past. I think he's shown that he wants to come to stock car racing. I don't know if that means him coming full-time Cup, because I think he does have respect for what that would take.
Yeah.
But there is, for those of you who do not know, there's currently 36 charters right now that allow you a guaranteed starting spot in the field, but there are 4 more if a new OEM was to come in. So I do think we will see possibly 1, maybe 2 new teams with Honda. As for the teams that would switch to Honda, my picks would be Stuart Haas. I'll let you talk about that in a second, and Colleague.
Yeah, so Colleague, I see no way that they don't go, but Stuart Haas is the main one I want to talk about, because the other big OEM-related news out of the past couple weeks is that it seems imminent that Ford and Stuart Haas are going to be splitting. I think a lot of people have been thinking this, that something like this might happen well before the announcement of Front Row being a key partner for Ford. But once Ford upgraded them to a key partner, it just didn't really seem like there was much of a road for, sort of the Stuart Haas resurgence. And I will say, this week did give me flashes of hope about some positives regarding Stuart Haas. A good finish for Noah Gragson, but I'm not quite sold yet. And some good running at times from Briscoe, but obviously that car just did not really have the staying power. And the truth is, I think that's actually a Ford, specifically a Stuart Haas problem. Denny talked a lot about this on Action Session Metal, but the Chevys are really good with downforce. The Fords are good in regards to drag, and the Toyotas are kind of in the middle. And the truth is, I just the Fords I don't think they handle well enough, unfortunately.
You watch a lot of Denny here in the league, don't you?
Oh, I do. I love Action Session Metal. So you're gonna try and make some lewd, sick joke about me objectifying poor Denny Hamlin, but I would never. That's my boss, Matt.
That's not your boss.
It's my boss.
You own the
I
show.
work for 2311 Racing.
You own this show.
Nope. I work for them.
Maybe like Troy. is your
My
boss.
boss.
I don't know how the hierarchy goes to CBS, but I'm pretty sure Denny Hamlin is not the boss.
So I think Stuart Haas probably goes to Honda. I don't see a way around, because the problem is, if they leave Ford, where do they go? Toyota's not happening, and neither is Chevy, because it's not that I don't think Chevy would have them, but you made a great point in the production meeting that Chevy's not going to give them Tier 1 partnership.
No,
I mean, they weren't giving that to Legacy.
no, and they don't have the driver talent anymore to warrant a Tier 1 partnership.
So, really unfortunate what's happened to my former favorite
You're
drivers.
getting me fired up, Will.
You need to relax. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's on you. It's on you to
Yes.
make yourself relax.
You gotta relax.
Matt.
The world needs it.
The world needs it, but you need it. You need a moment with Matt.
Come on, guys. Come on.
Oh, okay.
You're always in it lately, and I just don't think the people want that. Give me the sunglasses. And then get out of the shop. Alright, guys. Welcome to A Moment with Matt. Today, come on. You're not close enough. You're not.
Oh, they're in there.
Go. No, don't talk. Don't speak. Alright. So, got a lot of complaints last week because you were talking during A Moment with Matt from the 2 people that watched the video. Alright. So, today in A Moment with Matt, we're going to be talking about TRG Motorsports. Not only one of the best sports car racing teams of all time. Did you know they came to NASCAR? Most people don't. Did you know that a champion drove for them for half a season? Most people don't. Well, TRG, you may know as the number 71 Chevrolet, debuted in the 2009 season with 2000 champion Bobby Labonte. Shut up!
I was just demonstrating that I do. I got real knowledge.
Okay. It's okay, man. You can't agree. Just come back. Shot. Come on, this is a family show. Come back. All right. So Bobby Labonte drove for them.
Bobby Labonte.
And Bobby Labonte's best moment in that car was spinning in the duels and keeping it off the wall. He was sponsored by Tax Slayer, but then Tax Slayer realized something that I think the world realized. The car is very bad! So then, David Gilliland took over the car and drove it for a little while. But then, TRG was like, what the hell, we're a sports car team, what if we bring in a sports car driver? And that's the story of 2011 NASCAR Cup Series Rookie of the Year, Andy Lally, who had one of the greatest rookie campaigns of all time. I just told you a dirty, filthy lie. You're
He's a
gullible.
dirty, filthy liar. That's
You're
terrible.
gullible as shit. Because Andy Lally sucked.
Terrible.
He was horrible.
Bad at his job. His
He-
job was driving a stock car. He was bad.
He spun out a lot. After that season, TRG was like, no more stock car racing for us. They went back to sports cars and won several more races, and Andy Lally won several more races, and has become a respected Xfinity road course ringer over the years, and a cool guy that makes some cool tweets from time to time. So this has been A Moment with Matt. I hope it relaxed all of you like it did me, and I hope you appreciate the lack of Viagra jokes this week. Thank you.
You can actually keep your glasses. Put it in the program. And speaking of the end of the program, we have one last topic I feel important to cover this week, and that will revolve around your guy. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is leaving NBC, will be joining Warner Brothers Discovery, and looks like we'll be calling races for Amazon and the 2025 season.
How could you not want this cool guy? I mean, he's just so cool. He's got sunglasses on. Like, he's gonna sit right here for this program in my hand.
Unfortunately, that hat is on forwards, so it's inaccurate.
Yeah, but as far as
I
Junior,
think that he actually wore the hat forwards a lot. With,
it had to do with his hair. It was a hair thing.
Oh, makes sense.
Yeah. So basically, Junior is leaving NBC. It's gonna suck not to hear him this year, but I think it will be really cool to have his voice during the summer series. It'll be cool to have something different for the summer, kind of like when we were kids when it was on TNT. I know it's not fully on TNT this
Yeah.
time, but I've also heard rumors of Alan Bestwick coming and joining that team.
I think it's highly possible, given the money that Amazon dumped into getting Kirk and Al Michaels for Thursday Night
That
Football.
would be a dream booth, especially if they get a good third, like Andy Petrie, like you've mentioned, or something like that.
I love Andy Petrie. I'm a big Andy Petrie guy right now.
But I mean, if you could get, I think you really do need, if you're going to get Alan Bestwick with Junior, you need a crew chief guy. I would even love it if they poached Steve Letarte, because I love Junior and Steve Letarte.
Don't think that happens though, and I don't want to
No.
mess up what they do have at NBC, which is a pretty good dynamic.
Yeah, I mean, Tony, you're a senior in the booth. But no, I think it's just going to be a great thing. I think NBC coverage is still going to be good. It was good in 2015, 2016, 2017 before Junior got there. We get to hear Jeff Burton go on his safety rants, Steve Letarte talk about some bets, and Rick Allen be better than he is credited for.
Absolutely. And look, we make our jokes about Jeff Burton. Jeff Burton is a wonderful commentator. He's good at what he does,
Yeah.
and he actually is brutally honest a lot of the times.
Yeah,
So
and he just cares about being safe.
he just cares about the safety of the police. But at the end of the day, another point that Denny Hamlin made was it's good to.
You're a sick freak.
I know, but look, it's true. It's good to spread out the wealth. Move. these
You're a
cartels
dirty
and
dog.
fingers. No, I ain't. I'm a good guy, and I won't
You know-
have my character drugged.
You know, in the production meeting, I was just letting the expletives fly. I was looking at him, and when he kept mentioning Denny Hamlin, I'd say, "You dirty dog! What are you doing?"
He called me that every time.
I mean, I just need to be stopped. Look ahead. Oh, Junior died. Another concussion for Junior.
On that note, we thank you for watching. Before Matt breaks something else, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video and want to see more. We will see you next week covering Phoenix and the stories revolving around it. Thanks for watching. This has been
I don't have a shifter. We gotta fix that.